Hello my dear viewers, welcome to this coffee cup reading. This coffee cup is for all Aries for November and a little bit over 2024. This is about everything you need to know, every area of your life, and messages from the heavens, messages from the guardian angels, source, whatever your belief system is. It's all for you, my dear viewers. So welcome to this channel, welcome to this reading, my dear Aries, and thank you all for being here. For those of you who are new, I want you to be mindful that prior to doing the coffee cup, I do go into deep meditation, and I'm given a lot of information which I quickly write down, and then ultimately I transfer them into another piece of paper, and I give this to you, all this information, right at the end of this reading. So stay tuned for that. Let us begin by exploring your cup. That looks amazing, as always. Different, elaborate, and so much to see. So much is going on. Wow. Okay. Let us begin from the beginning. And the beginning is connected to the ending, which is quite interesting. Okay. I'm seeing a few important factors are transpiring in your life, which the heavens are showing you need to be a little bit patient for them all to complete, or maybe all of them to get together, my dear Aries. There may be a big situation that requires a few bits and pieces to combine or to be ready, and then to formate, to give you that complete formation of what you're doing, or what you're applying for, or what you're waiting for. It just looks like there are a few steps for this situation to complete. There is a direction that you need to, there's a new idea, maybe new thoughts that are manifesting within you. But you know what, it's so important that you are patient, that you do become very patient. I feel like not only patience, my dear Aries, but also flexibility. Bear with me. Sorry, I've got a bit of a runny nose. Okay, so as I was saying, flexibility is needed, because I'm seeing a change, and I'm seeing that you need to adapt to this change, and being flexible is going to be a priority. So it looks to me like the heavens are going to be supporting you. Your good management skills are doing well in organizing situations, achieving balance and control over your life, over the situation that you're trying to achieve. Ultimately, with compromise, adaptation, flexibility, you will secure this situation, and it'll be yours. So it's all going to be possible. Now, reconciliations are important, patience is important, and flexibility. Remember those things. These new ideas, some new ideas that are coming, or one new idea and thoughts, they are manifesting within you, and at that time they may be causing you some uncomfort or some fear, maybe. Although Aries are not very capable of fear, they're very courageous people. You are, my dear Aries, you're very courageous, but I just feel maybe it's irritability, or some maybe causing some difficulties. So be open to the new idea, look at it on a wider range, and see how you can improve it so that it doesn't cause you any problems. Now, there is a situation where you may be dealing with stubbornness and inflexibility. These are the two major factors that are standing in your path, whether it's part of these could be part of your issues, or somebody else's issues that you're coming across with, but they are causing a halt, a stand. It's like you feel, stubbornness and inflexibility. Inflexibility, my dear Aries, is very important to be flexible. Even before they're talking about flexibility to get things moving, to get this situation happening. Inflexibility and stubbornness can only leave you hanging in a limbo. You won't be able to move. You won't be able to achieve what you want. You won't be able to move forward. So that's very important, very important. Stubbornness and inflexibility, both together. I am seeing someone running. There's a runner here. Somebody running. What are they running for? Let's have a look. Maybe fear of something. Again, the word fear keeps coming. And then I've got to rectify it because Aries are known for their courageousness. Maybe it's listening to ego, or maybe fear of intimacy, or maybe fear of codependence. It could be something to do with a relationship. I do see ultimately there is an impasse, like you need to redirect your energies towards something else or someone else. You might be directing your energies towards someone that might not be quite right for you. I do see an ending. I do see these new an ending that's bringing new beginnings, which is really wonderful. I also see growth, but I also see a lot of change. Overall, in your cup, there's a lot of change. Excuse me, my dear viewers. Okay. Now, it was a bit chilly today, and I'm just getting a little bit of a cold. So, that's why you see me stop. Liberation. I see freedom. So, this situation where something is ending, you're feeling liberated by this ending. But I do see changes, I see new beginnings, I see growth, and I see transition all together in this ending, or surrounding this situation that's ending. Forgiveness is very important. If you're holding grudges in regard to something, you need to let go by, holding on to the past disappointments. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. You've got to let go of the past and all the disappointments and forgive. Forgive what has happened, even if that person isn't worthy of you forgiving them. But forgive. Even if you don't ever have to talk to them and never deal with them, just forgive so that you can heal within. It's important that you are healed within. So don't hold on to the past. Let go of the past. The heavens are going to empower you. They're going to give you the strength and the power and the courage, which you already have courage, but they're going to give you extraordinary courage and power so that you can have the ability to overcome disappointments from the past and any kind of adversity that you might have gone through completely and utterly. It's not that you're not facing the problems or that you don't have inner strength. You've got all that. But you need to maintain control over your emotions when it comes to these things. These things always trigger some anger issue maybe, or even some discomfort. So to maintain control of your life overall, whatever's in the past, you've just got to let it go. Just let it pass on. I do see that you have been patient. I do see sometimes you get angry, maybe with others. You don't have patience with those around you. Sometimes you might be blaming others because they make their problems your problem, and that upsets you. Their weaknesses sometimes become your problems. You have to deal with them, and that upsets you a lot. I feel there is support, and I also feel like there is a very strong woman here, feminine energy, who is always supporting you and by your side. And I feel like the heavens are going to intervene and give you more strength and more support to be able to move forward. There is someone of fire energy here, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, like you, very strong. Sometimes you are clinging on to something so tightly and things become too unbearable. You've got to let go a little bit. And maybe this fire energy, this person gives you a sort of resolutions or support to sort of let go and not to hold on to things too much. You need to allow the energy to flow within your life and not to hold on to anything. Another important factor, I'm seeing a old record player. An old record player playing something. Outdated situations, an outdated thinking, outdated conditioning. Maybe conditioning that comes from childhood, replaying events over and over in your head. They could be causing you they do cause you some discomfort. This is another factor where you have to let go of the past. You've just got to let go of it. Maybe you need to talk to someone who is a good counselor, a good psychologist, so that you can talk about it, release it, and forgive what has happened, accept that it was part of your destiny and your learning here, and has made you who you are today, how incredibly strong you are and courageous, so that you can finally let go of that past outdated thinking, something from your past that keeps coming up. I do see you that you're working so well. I see positive movement forward. You are ranking up to high levels, managerial positions, ranks. You're ranking, and it looks spectacular. You've just got to be paying attention so that there won't be any kind of errors that you won't be able to undo. So just be careful with that. Check all your work accurately, and you will see that hard work is going to bring you satisfying success, and that also applying yourself is going to show you that your efforts are all working towards you. But I'm worried about one thing here, where I see sort of a situation where it's like a slingshot, like something very quick, and there could be losses because of this, like a get rich kind of quick scheme. You've got to be careful not to risk something for fast instant gratification of making money. You just got to be very careful. You need to be very aware of that. Yeah, that's very important, because applying yourself and doing what you're doing spectacular. Some of you are learning a new profession or a new trade, or you're embarking on a new way of doing things, or some of you are upgrading your skills maybe. You've got to be cautious with money. Maybe it's time for you to put to begin a profitable venture and put your money in something, to invest it in a safe way. But I do see that you are becoming very successful with what you're doing. I also see wisdom is needed. Now when I say wisdom, what I mean, bear with me, my dear viewers. Okay, so wisdom, as I was saying, where was that section out here? Yeah, what about wisdom? Okay, wisdom is all about listening to your inside of your heart, what it says, and your mind. So first your mind, your intellect, logic, everything, analyzing it well. But then if there is something inside saying to you no or yes, if they both unite, your intuition with your mind, then that is wisdom. Then you can go for it. But if there is any hesitation within you, even though logically and intellectually the situation looks perfect, but there is hesitation, don't dismiss that. Very important. And that is wisdom. Wisdom is when you use your mind and your heart together. I do see a lot of changes coming in your life, and this could be like really big for you. This could be in regard to your career. It could be in regard to your knowledge, some of your education, some of your skills, some of your spiritual growth, even, believe it or not. I do see that you will be working in teams. Maybe now you're doing something alone, but you are uniting with others. Teamwork is necessary in this, to have job contentment in this particular job that you're starting. Maybe teamwork is needed. My dear Aries, there is a situation about bending to authorities and doing, what you're supposed to do. And that could be a bit of a, what is expected of you. Sometimes you've got to be very careful, because with your ethics, there could be ethical conflict sometimes. When, for example, I'll give you an example, even though I'm not very good with examples. If your boss says to you, you've got to do this, right? How can I use this what kind of an example can I use? Bear with me. Okay, choosing the moral path isn't easy. I remember when I used to work as a psychologist, and I just started in a hospital. My boss at that time was sort of enforcing that I bring clients back over and over. And, how can I say this? Like I said, I'm not very good with examples, only with reality of what's happened in my life. There was one particular incident where I didn't want to bring those people back for another session because they were having financial issues, and it was a woman who had children and no support, and there was no husband. She was a widow, and while I was counseling her and her children, I was able to give her all the tools for her not to come back to me, to be strong enough so that she wouldn't waste, $300-400 an hour. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that I was trying to save her money so that she doesn't come back, and gave her all the tools, but I got in trouble for doing so because I was doing what I thought morally was right, ethically. But of course, business and bosses, they always think of business and money more than anything else. So I was told that that's wrong to do that. You don't give them all that. You could have had 5 sessions giving them those tools for them to keep coming back, even though their situation, they're in dire straits and they've got no money. So what I'm trying to say to you, sometimes you could be put in a position where you have to really question the moral compass and what to do, what is ethically right and what is expected of you. So what I'm seeing here, my dear Aries, the reason I told you the story is that it wasn't easy for me to bring that woman, knowing her financial state. So I sort of did the right thing, even though I got in trouble. I already knew that I wasn't allowed to do that, but I still did it because I really didn't care about my company, my boss, because they were making millions. This was a situation that I wanted to heal this woman, and I didn't want her to be in debt to keep coming back and paying that money. So what I'm saying is, ultimately, I left the hospital and I got my own clinic to work the way I want to work. So this is a situation like that. There's going to be something that's expected of you, and you've got to bow down to it because it's coming from a boss, someone in authority. But your ethics, there's going to be an ethical conflict within yourself. Like, should I do this? But it's not right. I don't want to do this. This isn't right. So you've just got to choose the moral path, and at the same time, social approval, of course, business approval is going to be affecting your decisions. So you've got to know how to navigate between what is morally ethical and what is socially or business-wise, professionally, what's approved and how that affects your decisions. That's what I'm seeing here. And I feel like you will overcome this. There's a lot of changes you will make in your way of thinking and working, your concepts, and you are going to be navigating through that. I can see a lot of that is happening. But at the end of the day, I'm seeing you set firm foundations, and finally, you are going to choose what is morally right, and also you are going to be achieving all your goals, and you're completing everything. I see completion. Whatever you're starting, you're completing. And that tells me that you will have plenty of ideas and plenty of rewards will come from completing your work. Whichever way you're navigating, you're doing well. So you're celebrating the finale of this, like you're reaching to a level where you're in control of this. Not finally a finale, but rather than you're controlling it so well, and you're so proud of yourself, and you're celebrating that. You're rewarding yourself for the success that you will achieve, or some of you have already achieved. That's showing here. You will really feel alive and excited about the future because you conquered that situation with choices. You know exactly what to do. And I'm seeing a lot of blessings are going to be poured into your life, a lot of rewards from the heavens for a job well done, because you're putting all your mind, all your heart into it and doing it. You're choosing your path well, and everything is becoming possible for you. The possibilities are endless. So that is really wonderful. Have faith in yourself. Don't lose faith. Your creative ideas are brilliant. Don't worry about what is expected of you all the time. Do what helps you help others. If your job is public relations or helping others. I see success. I see a recognition. You will recognize your own ambition and everything that's happening around you. Your instinct is helping you with everything. So That is wonderful. Now I come to a sector where it says here romance. There's romance coming in a new beginning. Right. A great new beginning begins. This beginning is very prosperous. It looks to me like an excellent time for work and intellectual projects. And in the midst of these intellectual projects, there is a breakthrough. A breakthrough becomes possible. It's as though your life's mission has begun, and all your direction, your career direction is becoming clear. You're knowing exactly what to do, where you're going. You have been persevering. And again, perseverance is needed in a crucial period of time. Just so this is all about decisions. It's about decisions. And your decisions should be guided by what is right, what is fair, and what is just, and what is true and honorable, especially if you are dealing with situations that are very, very sensitive. Just think of problems. That's what I used to do. I used to think of problems as though they're opportunities. And I've got to change things around and move things around and change my mind even and adapt to different ways to be able to do it, to satisfy everybody in the process. And I do see a great victory for you. Now, when I was talking about romance, a new beginning was connected to the breakthrough. But now I'm seeing the romance again. And on top of the romance, I'm seeing that some of you meeting someone new. You're going on a date. I see a date. I see two people uniting. This could transfer into a new love, a love affair. You're syncing with each other well. There's a great synchronicity. You're finally coming together after a long time of talking, like you've been maybe online talking or texting or something. It took a while before you're actually connecting, and like connecting face to face, I mean, like dating, getting together finally. Maybe because there was a broken relationship in the past for you were dealing or healing from. Maybe you had to go through forgiveness and be able to be strong, to be able to stand before you were able to connect properly with someone new. But connections are doing well. This is the start of a new relationship. You are going to be really dramatically affected by this. Your life is going to be affected because I feel like this person could be your soulmate. It looks like a major transition happening here, a major connection that is so incredible and so spiritual. There's a lot of strength. You're building each other from inside out. How can I say that? Maybe what I'm trying to say is that you're healing each other from inside out and what has happened in the past. It's like maybe when you're saying things about your life and they're saying what happened to them, everything is so, you're finding yourself in each other. Like, for example, if you're trying to say to them, I went through this, I thought this is what we were supposed to do, but I was wrong and they didn't see it my way. And they are completing you by being you in the story. And then you're finding yourself within each other. And that is the magnitude of any great love affair. That is what's the word? Gosh, sometimes the words don't come when I want them and I get chills. That's the glue. What a way to go, glue. That's what unites you deeply and profoundly together when you find bits and pieces of each other. And when you are that victim, when you were the victim of how they were a victim in that relationship, when you find that out, it just becomes like magic. Truly, it becomes magical. So you're learning, you're expanding in your relationships, in your projects, in your new career. At the same time, I'm seeing a major turnaround in your finances. I feel like money is coming from somewhere. It could be investment, it could be a gift, could be a progress of something. But there is a lot of money. There could be also profits happening here. These profits could be coming from a business or some sort of a radical change. but the direction of your money is escalating to high levels, and you're planning carefully and you're thinking of how to invest. But in the meantime, I'm seeing you live a life of wealth and luxury. I feel like everything is changing. You're ranking up. I see your status really going high. I see that you're relying on your own instinct and doing your own research, then getting financial advice. You're not going with financial advice, which is really, I mean, I feel like that's really admirable, because I usually try to avoid professional advice. I do my own study on Google, everything you want on this planet, everything, and I mean everything. What is not in the news, what is not out there, it's in Google. You can research it and find all the information. And this is what's escalating your money. I also feel like some of you are getting an inheritance. Now, some of you are getting money, gift of money, like inheritance. But this inheritance could be while one of your parents or while your parents, let's say, whoever's giving you the inheritance, or grandparents are alive, you're getting this inheritance, which is really incredible, because I feel like it's a wealth building amount. You can do so much with it. You can invest it in stock market, which I don't believe in stock markets. Like, you can invest it in term deposit in banks or in property, real estate. I don't believe in quick returns. I believe long-term gain. And I feel like this is one of those things, because it's a large amount of money. It's an amount where you get it once in a lifetime. And to waste it on any stock market at this point in time, and how the world is going, where we're heading with World War III and all that stuff that's happening, or, on the brinks of, it's just my opinion. I could be very wrong. Now, other people don't agree with this, but I'm just saying, because it's a gift or inheritance and it comes in a lifetime, perhaps you need to invest it in something more concrete. But like I said, that's only my opinion. Never, you don't ever have to listen to it. It's just you finally do what you think is right with your investigation and what you find, and ultimately your decision. Now, I do see a lot of your plans are finally getting fulfilled. I'm seeing you recognized for, there's public recognition for you, or even honor for some of you. But glorious success, without a doubt. A great victory, overcoming the problems that you were having at the beginning. There's a triumph for you, success, and your self-esteem is booming. Finally, you got what you want. Now, speaking the language, I'm seeing a language here like writing, but I can't read it, and it says love all over it. There's the love hearts all over it. I feel like you are going to change your life, and I feel like loving words oh my God, that's what this means. The words that I can't read, okay, but it is to do with love. So maybe loving words, they have the power, I know, to change lives. So maybe you need to express yourself with more loving words. That's the message from the heavens. Loving words are needed in your expression. Someone is going to find you very special, very special. Or you might find somebody very special. Indeed, I feel that very strong. And somebody really wants you. Or you might be wanting someone. There's that want for someone, really, someone very special. An expression is a must. Because, believe it or not, there's going to be an addiction. Addiction. That's how deep this, profound this relationship is to someone. You just want to be near them. You want to see them. You want to be around them. You feel good around them, maybe because they adore you. They love you so much. So your expression of love words, loving words are so important. Very important here. Now, let's see what we're seeing here. As in, now I'm going to go through, I finished it all. Right at the end, I need to see the star signs that you are dealing with on a high scale. Now, some of you, my dear Aries, are connected to, what is that? I'm trying to see. Is that, there's air energy here. Is that air energy? Yes, it is. It's Aquarius. That's what I'm trying to see. Aquarius, the water bearer, 3. I was trying, because I was seeing water and I couldn't understand it. So I've got Aquarius, the water bearer, 3 times here. You might be dealing strong with Aquarius, someone that has Aquarius in them. There is one Gemini, one Libra, but the majority is Aquarius here, very strong. I'm also seeing fire energy like yourself, my dear Aries. Aries here. There's Ram all over the place. So Aquarius and Aries together, very strong. You could be an Aries, Aquarius yourself. So this could be applying to you. The next fire energy, the next energy I'm seeing here is fire, and I'm seeing Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, so after Aries, there's about 4 Aries, and then there is 2 Leos and 2 Sagittarians. So now the strongest one in water, I'm seeing Cancer. Cancer's leading the situation. So you might be meeting someone. The person I was talking about could be Cancer, very loving, very nurturing. And then you've got Pisces. Pisces is 3 too. So I've got 3 Cancer, 3 Pisces, and 2 Scorpios. So water energy, very strong. Scorpio and Cancer and Pisces, very strong. And earth energy, I only see 2, and there's only Capricorn and Taurus, just 1 of each. So they're not very strong, but they're there. The majority was Aquarius, and of course everything else I talked about. Now I'm seeing other things, and before I lose track, what is this animal? Oh, it's a goat. So I'm seeing Chinese year of the goat here, very strong. Chinese year of the goat. And next to it, I'm seeing the monkey. The goat and the monkey are usually family. They do connect in lifetimes, always. They're either family or marriage or siblings, always together. Goat and monkey. Chinese year of the goat, monkey. Then I've got the horse, and the horse is always the family of the monkey and best friend of the goat. Then I'm seeing there is a rat, there's a tiger, Chinese year of the dog, the snake, and the pig. These are the Chineses that could be either yourself, your family, those you're dealing with in November, or those you're meeting or falling in love with. Could be either one. The majority ones. Always look for the majority, because that is the one that rules everything. I do see that a lot of changes are changing in your life. You just need to be a little bit patient, my dear Aries, and you'll get there. Now I'm going to deliver these to you together. Now let's have a look. Victory. The first thing I see is victory. So there is and I saw victory here. You were overcoming everything and having a great victory. So victory again. It says adjustment is required. Now this adjustment required, this could be about what the coffee told me at the beginning, which was talking about flexibility. Being flexible. You need to be flexible. And there was one more word I saw, but I forgot. So the adjustment required could be just that. Could be flexibility needed. Plus there was words, more words of loving words, more, expressing with more love. And there was one more other than flexibility. There was another one. Not being stubborn is another one. Well, that is being, flexible. But anyway, adjustment required could be that, or it could be something else to do with your work or with something else. But adjustment is required. It says here the heavens. The heavens have got your back. That's what, when I write that, that's what it means. They've got your back. They're with you. You're cherished by the angels. They're watching over you. Okay, so there was a sentence given to me that it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worthwhile, and it's all going to be worth it. That's very important for you to know. And then it says a diamond, something very precious, either given to you. Remember I said there's an award, or there was recognition, and applause for a job well done. There is something very precious coming to you as a gift from the heavens. More information is needed in regard to something. More information. Meditation is needed, and mindfulness, very much so. That will help you overcome any barriers, any problems, anything from the past that you need to let go of, any new way of speaking and becoming more flexible, all of that, mindfulness and meditation. Relaxation is also important. You need to do relaxation, or even relaxation massages. Maybe you're too nervous about things in life, or things that you've been holding on for such a long time. Could be. Now I'm going to go through all the letters here, the names, initials. I was given twice the letter V for victory, twice the letter G for Georgia, or green, A for Alaska, Antarctica, X for X-rays, F for France, flies, B for butterflies, Z for Zulu, zoo, zebra, M for money, Mexico, U for umbrella, Uganda, and under. Then Y for yellow, and O for Olympics. I was given 2 numbers, number 4 and number 6. Let's talk about 4. Number 4 is connected to Aries, yourself. This is your number. Connected to April, the month of April. It is also connected to Taurus. And there was one Taurus in your reading. It is connected to quick success coming your way, and Chinese year of the rabbit, And from the time you see this cup up to 4 months, quick success will be coming all the way. Now, I was given number 6 also. Number 6 connected to people that have Gemini or Cancer within them. There were 3 Cancerians in your, 3 crabs, 3 Cancers in your cup. And now again, we've got another Cancer that makes it 4. Cancer very strong here. For those Aries are connected to Cancer, they're probably saying, yeah, my person is a Cancer. I've just met the Cancer you were talking about. Anyhow, 6, snake, Chinese year of the snake. It is connected to love, peace, healing, spirituality. From the time you see this reading up to 6 months, there will be healing from love because of love. There's to do, 6 is to do with spiritual growth, a lot of spirituality, a lot of sensuality, and a lot of healing, love and healing and sensuality and spirituality. All happening to you, for you, from the time you see this up to 6 months, and Chinese year of the snake. And that is the end of the reading. I hope you enjoyed it, my dear Aries. Do give me a thumbs up. Please see the videos always to the end in support of me. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It only takes a moment to go click. Doesn't cost you a thing. Everything is free, but it does help me big time. So your support is incredibly appreciated. All my gratitude to all of you. All my blessings. Namaste.